Yeah, and Renol, I was gonna say, and also most importantly, we haven't paid Renol to talk about our products or anything. He just he'd been suffering and we got chatting, so I was so happy to have you share your personal experience and what you're
Yeah.
going through. And I think it's going to be really great for other people to see how you use the treatment, and we touch base and simply, so Renal has the products there. He has our bundle one, which is he's presented it so beautifully for us. So with Reynolds' skin type, and I have chatted to him about, what's going on, and more personal level too. So, that's our one-on-one consultation we had, Reynolds. And so generally I advise what's the best treatment, and the bundle that Reynolds got there does last you for 3 to 4 months. So you've got about 2, 4, how many products have you got there, Reynolds?
So
About
right here I have 2, 4, 6,
6.
7 missing 3
Yeah,
more
you've probably been using them. Yeah.
cards. They fell out
Yeah.
of cards. So
Yeah. So Reynolds has started. He wanted to get everything set up for his treatment journey, which is understandable, to be in a good environment and to set up everything, for the treatment process, which I totally understand. So Reynolds, when did you start initially using the products? It's only been quite recent, hasn't it?
yes, so it was about 4 days ago that I started using the product, and I wanted to get as much information
Yeah.
on how to use it to make sure
Yeah.
that I correctly.
Of course, of course.
Because
Um,
I imagine that a lot of people who are experiencing the same things that I'm going through, may not have much information about it or how to use it, but they're just in a mindset that I need to get these things off of my body. So they began to
totally.
start using it, but not using it properly. And so
Exactly.
that was one of the things that before I even, I actually had the box for about maybe 2 to 3 days before
Yeah.
I started using it. And that's when you and I were having conversations, and I was,
Yeah.
you know, uh,
What do I do? Yeah.
I mean, the
I,
conversations would last like hours, because I wanted to really know before I
of
start all
course.
the information I needed to know to be successful in my
Yeah.
treatment process.
Of course. And, as I said, guys, Randall's already on the ball because he wants to, you know, our treatment system, we've seen the best results when the products are all used correctly. So, he really, I think a lot of people are like, come to us at that. You've tried everything. Unfortunately, when it comes to skin mites, they're so hard to treat for the long term. I think that's but Reynolds here and he started. I was going to say, Reynolds, what was probably the most, when you first got the products, I guess to you got the user guide, and some people kind of go, once they find out it's like they've got bugs living on them, and then get all these products, it's a bit overwhelming. Um, would you say, like, is there something that we can make better in terms of the user guide or something like that?
Yeah, so first let me say that I'm extremely grateful to you, Emma, and the company for really assisting me in this process and this new journey that I'm going through. Because for real, it's like I found heaven when I
Yeah.
found when I found you guys.
Oh,
I'm
totally.
extremely grateful for your services and what you're providing for me. And so when I got the package and the
Yeah.
product, I saw all these bottles right here,
Yeah.
all these different
Yeah.
have you, and my
Yeah.
first mindset was, where do I begin?
Right?
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
quite literally, instead of reading the directions first, you pick up each bottle like, okay,
Yeah,
let's see
you
what
look
it is,
at
all that.
it. Yeah.
You kind of explore what have you. And so when I did finally get to the directions, I there's definitely, and this is no bad bearing on the company. Again, I'm very grateful for what you all have done for me and
Yeah.
supply. But there are areas of improvement, because
Yeah. Yeah.
I for someone like myself who had never heard of the word Demodex or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. And so as I
Yeah.
began to research, when I opened and looked at the directions, I guess I was expecting something to say, day one, use this product
Yes.
at
Yeah.
this particular time, at
Yeah.
night before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
really, really extremely easy for
Yeah.
someone who this is new to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Totally.
what is those
Totally.
books
And
called? Dummies for Demodex or something like that,
I think we probably need to do that. And look, a big part, I guess, with the treatment system is that it's really important for us to touch base with you to go over it and make sure you're using it correctly, because as you said, it can be so overwhelming. Like, and I think to know the steps exactly, but that's a big part, I guess, of what we go over. So in terms of product use, maybe we can look to do like I was gonna say get you in the shower, but that might be too.
You know what? That is so funny you said that, because before I got on, I was in the shower and I was like, hey, you know what? I said maybe I should take a video of me,
God,
right
yeah, totally. Yeah, that's funny. I know, because I think this is going to be good for people to see how the products are used. So, Renol, if you don't mind, we'll just we'll go through what your steps are with the products at the moment, and then I can jump in and see how that you're using it correctly, so people can sort of see the consultation.
Right. So before I share that information,
Yeah,
I must,
of course.
In reading the instructions on how to use the product and everything, one of the biggest relaxations or dispel of myths or anything regarding using the product is that you were available to have for consultation and assisting me on how to use the product correctly.
Yeah, totally.
Again, I want to say, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, lovely. I think that's why, the biggest difference between, us is that, well, I'm a very caring person, and I know the products help people, and, it's an investment, and we know that, so we want you to get the best results. It's not like I'm like, hey, Renol, that's really bad about your bugs on your skin. Here's some cream, see you later. Like, and I think that's why, thank you so much, Renol. I really appreciate that. And I'm, I think we've spoken before, like, whatever's got going on with you, because unfortunately, to me, I like to think I'm a bit of a mite whisperer. It sounds like there is definitely some environmental mites at factor here. And just from what you're telling me, because with things that's especially swarming and coming on aggressive, like scabies, they come on quite aggressive as well. But the fact is, it has been ongoing, just says, I think there is potentially those populations of Demodex coupled with something else. So, we can work towards uncovering what it is, and then most importantly, being really gentle on your skin, because that's the most important thing, Renol. So it will be a journey, and I'm so glad you're sharing it with me, and you found us. I think I like to think I'll become your mite angel.
Absolutely. So I'll share. Well, so when I started using the product, on day one, it was really, I'm a night owl, so I like to stay up late night and probably go to bed like around 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's just so I used the product a little bit after midnight, and so immediately after consulting with you on step by step, what should I do, utilize the defense cleaner first, put the lathering over my entire body and really rubbing and massaging it into my skin. And all
So that's step one. And I was going to say, and you got the little stickers that differentiate, isn't it, Renal? You got the little stickers and stuff?
I do. They're in the box, though. I already got
That's okay. That's all right.
Oh,
It's our first video.
as a side note, so my
Yeah.
process is using the stickers. So
Oh,
the
you've
one,
done some numbering?
right. So no, well,
Yeah.
the ones that don't have the cap on is the
Yep.
ones that I'm supposed to be using. So this one,
Oh, good work. I like it. Yeah, so you know which.
So-
Yeah, and the nozzles are different too. So,
Ex-
no, that's great. Yeah,
So-
awesome.
so that has been my process, and ever since I started using it, immediately there was a reaction.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I can't begin to tell you how exciting, overwhelmed with joy what I felt when they started just
Going a
popping.
bit bananas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really being affected by the product. So
Yeah.
I was extremely happy, and I actually cried when I was taking a shower. This is the beginning
Yeah.
of hopefully getting everything or minimizing the population that is
Populations.
yeah.
And
You
I
know,
think,
I
yeah.
want to know that for me, immediately there was a reaction to it, and
That's
so
great.
it
Yeah.
brought a great as I went through my whole treatment that particular night.
Yeah, and look, in the early stages, Renal, that says so. If you guys haven't seen, I'm sure people have watched videos before how I go over the protocol. There's two sprays, the SDT and PDT, are the ones that kill the mites. So we started Renal, and what I do with everyone, we have to start off gradually so his skin can adjust to the products. And the fact that you're already feeling that, Renal, means there is something present and it is beginning to go berserko. Which is a very good indication because our products will not only work for Demodex, it'll work for springtails, which love humid, wet, damp environments, which could be what's going on where you were, like under the house and stuff, because they're more environmental. So it's a good sign. It's a really good sign, Renal, and I'm so happy already. I just wanted to sort of touch on Renal. I know in our first stages, you had some questions just in terms of use and putting the cleanser on and what steps. So at the moment, Renal's starting on the protocol, which is 4 products there. So he's got a big bundle to last him just around 3 to 4 months, which is the recommended time. And Renal started cleansing every night, which is awesome. And I know, not to over cleanse too much, Renal, because that can really dry out your skin because we've got to balance those oils out. I was going to say, Renal, have you been using, in terms of moisturizer, you haven't been using anything, have you?
I've completely stopped using everything. And matter of fact, I still sometimes use the Axe body wash because I didn't know what particular soap to use that would dry out my skin.
Of course.
So actually today, I actually went to Walgreens and found a soap that was coconut oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, a coconut oil bar of soap. So that's what I started using tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That's great.
Other than that, I don't use anything else.
Brilliant.
I don't use oil. I don't use anything.
That's Look at that beautiful head. Yeah. And I was gonna say it's dry. I was gonna say get some coconut oil because that's really good. Because a lot of those things, I know a lot of people do use it in conjunction with the products, but it can just potentially feed them. And because we don't know exactly what's happening with you, Renal. To avoid feeding anything, just be really wary. I know we've discussed it, of using anything. Like a lot of moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners just have oil-based properties. So coconut oil will be good for that lovely head of yours. And that doesn't feed them. So that's a really good one when the skin's really dry. Yeah, and then Reynolds been doing a protocol, which is the cleanser first. Then after the cleansing, he does the hair tonic. How have you been finding the hair tonic, Reynolds?
Oh my God, I love
It's my favorite, right?
it has been a lifesaver for me.
Oh yeah.
So one of the big, and let me just share this too, Emma, with you and
Yeah.
one of my biggest causes of anxiety has been being around people. And so just a little background about myself, and I should have said this.
Go ahead. Please,
I've worked.
This is you. I'm gonna stop talking.
I've worked in public health for over 20 years, and so I often overlook myself to help others. And you and I talked about being empath spirits. I truly believe that that's who I am. I am an empath spirit. Yeah. However, in addition to that, I genuinely and generally care about people. So my anxiety has always been focused around not mics coming off of my head, but having other people around me and them feeling unpleasant or feeling uncomfortable. So that has been the biggest part of my worries as it relates to my journey in my treatment and what have you.
Yeah, so, no, totally, Renal.
So I definitely, so that has been a challenging.
Yeah, no.
In my journey as far as my treatment.